Hello mateys, this is Gage Galaxy in Pirate City Caribbean Film Series here. Today is Sunday, September 8th, 2019 today. So I was gonna have the conversation for the problems for Tony Tornado and Mantha and her sister Mantha and her sister Mantha and Tornado should about the reaction to calls out to address to Gage Tornado. He doesn't know people. It doesn't know about by people about that. So Tornado Tune. I didn't know that those guys on YouTube. Everybody scares her away from this video.com. So Tony and Mantha are having the conversation to it in his living room. He's living to the Las Vegas Mantha, so Las Vegas, Nevada with Mantha. He lives over to his house sometimes. So if that thinks about the that things for that confronted each other, then Tony and Mantha, how to the reaction there to just neededly to upload his video. He ain't concerns about uploading his video. So that could be illegal. It could be illegal to stole people's life, to stole people's subscribers. However, if he stole the people, stolen people are allotted to the 1,000 views. Tony and Tune. However, the people didn't know about each one of the others. They're asking to stop. They're asking to stop his brother. He didn't know about it. He'd been living around to the outer state. So he doesn't know. He doesn't know about it. That's about the real family times. So Tony and Mantha wanted to be able to stop his life. But they can't understand that those people like this as people got caught out of this video on about 1,000 subscribers without permission and permanent. It is an environment involved. It is an environment wellness policies. Then, if you can't steal the shows on the video on the shows, if you can't unfortunately and about the policy of the videos on the policy of the videos without the permission, with no commissions, with no commentary. So Mantha doesn't like how to the reaction by Tony. She did this with this about just temporarily brother Gage. So I don't know the little guy is. So he's taller than about I don't know, about 5 feet to 3 inches. So people don't know who is the Gage Tornado and who is the Tornado Tune, and what they're talking about. People didn't realize didn't know who I is, didn't know who you are, didn't know who I am. He doesn't know who I am. I didn't know him. There are people didn't know about the exchange exchange that those Tony and the Tune. If he stole the showdown, if he stole the video showdowns, if he doesn't like those people, doesn't like by people on a video like that. So which means it is illegal to the stole video problems. So it's about to but this change is under the acceptable sort of right now. So for one more for caution things. Rule number 1: cautions. Tornado tunes, everlasting, however, we just how the action there to addresses to call out for the Tony Tornado and Mantha Tornado. They're asking him to need it to stop. That says, Gage, please don't call us out. If you stole us in the videotaping on the show, the vlogs, if you stole the vlog shows, you'll get trouble. It'll be exactly, this could be one of them, the wellness policies on YouTube. Your problem. So my problem is, Gage was illegally to was honoring the environment nearby. Mantha and Tony just heard about it. Heard about the hurt the people's feelings. People are hurting their feelings. Aftermath. People didn't know what they're talking about for the Gage Tornado. So this is my issue. This is their issues, and this is Tornado the Mantha's issues about the storyline today. And Tony says unbelievable. Gage tells him Gage tells me about stealing my channel, that he says don't stole the video things, and about for the hundreds of views, or about the 1,000 views for many times. 1,000 views, they stole he was the stolen views that he might needed to stop. He might needed to stop stop stealing the show without the Tony Tornado's vlogs. So right now he can't put on the call out for the show for his about Las Vegas, Nevada on the address. So Tony hates Gage Tornado without her. He's not her brother, without her sister, without her I don't know. Who is the Tornado tune? So everybody knows Tony Tornado tune. Tony and Tornado's brothers is. So the two of them didn't know him without each other, but after that, so I haven't stolen anything. So Tony and the Tune did, even though Gage too. So like it says, we don't want to steal the videos without permission. This is the wellness part. This is about that's a call violationary wellness policies. So if he can't, unfortunately, it could be one of the videotape uploaded to his channel, that he could be unacceptable. But he rages about reactions there to watching the shows about the TV. So he look up at his phone on his channel. So he barely freaked out. He's certainly crazy. So Tony and Mantha are really crazy. So I didn't know they didn't know that people didn't know him, who he is. So two of those addresses to Tornado Tune. I don't subscribe to Tornado Tune, so nothing as to the problem. no more problems. So although we talked about this anymore, we can't unfortunately saying about that about 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 subscribing, the more continentals, and that could be one of the priority officials, and that could be illegal ones, could be the illegal ones, the innocents. So they have no idea. They have no idea his name of the guy is. So they could be live around to, or it could be live with each other to live around to split up to for the Las Vegas, to live around to all houses. So all this people to then know who he is. Tony and Mantha and all these people didn't know this about how action there. People are scaring away for the videotaping, are running away. That says they don't like the videotape. They don't like the videotape onto his channel. Like he says, all these people like walking around to outside for to the reservated to the references to the hotels. They don't like to watch it over to about the YouTube channels. So however this says, Tony says they just call him out. They just call out for him. So they wanted to stop him to wanted the rage of the Mantha. They wanted to stop rage to Samantha Tornado, and Tony Tornado. He's hurt the feelings. So that's not nice to other people like that. So that was what he says. That was unacceptable as far as his concerns. Rule number 2. Gage, as far as his concerns, he hurt Tony the Mantha's feelings. So and all his people's. It could be one of the YouTube talent showdowns. So people who he is. So people didn't like to watching the Tornado tune. So people calling him out, calling us, people just calling him out. So he literally just videotaped, just uploaded his channel for about last one day ago, for the last 24 hours, during the YouTube minimum wage. So sometimes he can't say that about that. So he was fortunately he's not gonna say that about that his words. He's not gonna say that about this words. So as long as he needed to stop the nearby. So since however Tony and Mantha wanted to say don't watch it, they wanted to say do not watch over to the Gage Tornado. So without the process. So even though, like sure what we said, Tony Mantha, I heard you about the reaction to the Gage Tornado. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. People hurt the People hurt the feelings and running away. They do not like it on his channel. So do not listen to him. So just call him out as many as you can. So if you guys don't watch this on his YouTube channels, just ignore him. So if you need to know So it just stop him as much as you can. So if you can afford to stop Gage Tornado, so otherwise it could be in one of the violence and the policies. So that could be unacceptable for him. So as far as he's concerned, rule number 3. So it's gonna be it again. So as far as he's concerned, that could be strike 1, strike 3, and strike 2, and strike 3. That means he's done. He's done enough. He's done enough for you guys. So I couldn't make it watch you on the reaction, guys. So I'm gonna see what was gonna happening today about tomorrow morning. So everybody knows to needed to stop saying this about that from him. Alright, guys, do not hit the button to subscribe to more content. Please follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google, Ryan Cameras, Cockastory, Cockasaurus, Tumblr, and likes and comments and link in the description today. So please just follow me on just subscribe on the Jugger Nuggets, Big Brother, K Behind the Camera, Bridger West, Tony Tornado, Mantha Tornado, Logan Paul Vlogs, Jake Paul Vlogs, Ness Boog, Space Jam Gardens, Q Big Eye, and Derradiso, and the Boog Show. So I have subscribers, and about hundreds of them. So sometimes I got hundreds of subscribers. So everything's alright. So Tony, Mantha, you heard it. I heard about this about last 2 days ago. So we're sorry about that. I am so sorry about this, about the gay. Sorry about this for Gage Tornado about this, and he's hurt you. He hurts you too feelings. So if you do, so just confront him as many as you can. Confront him when he comes in for your house. So he could come over your house. He could come over his house. You could come over your house. Alright, guys, feel free to death. I'm just gonna read a book about driver schools. So do not forget to keep your ridgid, mateys. Have a great night.